Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to show you all the master mode pets and mounts. If there is any I missed, please tell me in the comments. These all have a 25% drop chance from bosses in master mode. The first one is the suspicious grinning eye dropped from the Eye of Cthulhu. The tooltip is summons a suspicious eye, it seems to have lost its look. Next is the Royal Delight dropped from the King Slime. The tooltip is a dessert fit for a king. Next is the Brain in a Jar dropped from the Brain of Cthulhu. The tooltip is pickled and shrunken, this brain can no longer hurt you. Next is the Writhing Remains dropped from the Eater of Worlds. The tooltip is it'll give you worms. Next is the Sparkling Honey dropped from the Queen Bee. The tooltip is the secret ingredient for royal bees. Next is the Possessed Skull dropped from Skeletron. The tooltip is a skull with unimaginable power dulled. Next is the Goat Skull dropped from the Wall of Flesh. The tooltip is brutal. Next is the Royal Delicacy dropped from Queen Slime. The tooltip is a dessert fit for a queen. Next is the Deactivated Probe dropped from the Destroyer. The tooltip is it's safe to operate this right. Next is the Pair of Eyes dropped from the Twins. The tooltip is two are better than one. Next is the Robotic Skull dropped from Skeletron Prime. The tooltip is we can rebuild it. Next is the Plantera Seedling dropped from Plantera. The tooltip is get to the root of the problem. Next is the Guardian Golem dropped from Golem. The tooltip is power cells not included. Next is Pork of the Sea dropped from Duke Fishron. The tooltip is Bring to Perfection. Next is the Jewel of Light dropped from the Empress of Light. The tooltip is a glowing gemstone that houses a powerful fairy. Next is the Tablet Fragment dropped from the Lunatic Cultist. The tooltip is contains a fragment of phantasm energy. Next is the Piece of Moon Squid dropped from the Moon Lord. The tooltip is the Forbidden Calamari. Next is the Shrub Star dropped from the Everscream. The tooltip is Twinkle Twinkle. Next is the Toy Tank dropped from Santa and K1. The tooltip is for the really naughty ones. Next is the Frozen Crown dropped from the Ice Queen. The tooltip is fit for a queen. Next is the Hexed Branch dropped from the Morning Wood. The tooltip is a wand crafted from the branch of a cursed tree. Next is the Pumpkin-scented candle dropped from the Pumpkin. The tooltip is the flame cannot be put out. Next is the Witch's Broom dropped from the Morning Wood. The tooltip is grants a witching spark of inspiration. Next is the Black Spot dropped from the Flying Dutchman. The tooltip is this be mutiny. Next is the Dark Mage's Tome dropped from the Dark Mage. The tooltip is a book said to be at its holder's behest. Next is the Ogre's Club dropped from the Ogre. The tooltip is no other uses besides smashing. Next is Betsy egg dropped from Betsy. The tooltip is no fire sacrifices required. Finally, the cosmic skateboard dropped from the Martian sources. The tooltip is kickflips are a lot easier in 0G.